भारतीय नौसेना ने अपनी सामरिक ताकत को और मजबूत करते हुए एक बड़ा कदम उठाया है। गोवा के नेवल एयर स्टेशन हंसा एनएस हंसा में भारतीय नौसेना के दूसरे MH-60R हेलीकॉप्टर स्क्वाड्रन आइनास 335, जिसे ऑस्प्रेज के नाम से जाना जाता है, को आधिकारिक रूप से कमीशन कर दिया गया है। इस ऐतिहासिक मौके पर चीफ ऑफ द नेवल स्टाफ एडमिरल दिनेश के त्रिपाठी स्वयं मौजूद रहे। कमीशनिंग सेरेमनी के दौरान MH-60R हेलीकॉप्टर को वाटर कैनन सैल्यूट दिया गया, जो नौसेना की परंपरा और इस स्क्वाड्रन के महत्व को दर्शाता है। यह सिर्फ एक औपचारिक कार्यक्रम नहीं था, बल्कि भारतीय नौसेना की बढ़ती तकनीकी और ऑपरेशनल क्षमता का प्रतीक भी था। आइनास 335 के शामिल होने से भारतीय नौसेना की समुद्री सुरक्षा, निगरानी और अंडरसी वॉरफेयर यानी पनडुब्बी रोधी युद्ध क्षमता को जबरदस्त मजबूती मिलने की उम्मीद है। MH-60R हेलीकॉप्टर अत्याधुनिक हथियारों, सेंसर और एडवांस्ड एवियोनिक्स सिस्टम से लैस है, जो इसे बेहद बहुपयोगी और शक्तिशाली बनाता है।
of the Navy in maritime surveillance, anti-submarine warfare capabilities, and how did they perform during the Operation Sindoor, sir?
देखिए, MS-60R is a very potent platform, well proven, and we are very happy that we signed the contract for induction of 24 MS-60Rs. Now today is an important day for us and for the Navy, that we have commissioned INAS 335 Ospreys, the first operational squadron. आपको जैसे पता होगा कि एक स्क्वाड्रन हमने 2024 मार्च में कमीशन किया था कोचिन में, वो ट्रेनिंग स्क्वाड्रन था. सो दैट स्क्वाड्रन प्रोवाइड्स एंश्योर्स दैट द रिक्विजिट ट्रेनिंग इज प्रोवाइडेड टू द क्रू सो दैट they can operate this helicopter effectively, efficiently, and with full combat readiness from our platforms at sea. So we are very happy that this squadron has been commissioned today. This will obviously add great value to the combat readiness of our surface platforms at sea, because it will enhance their anti-submarine warfare capability, anti-surface warfare capability, maritime domain awareness capability, and also they will be a deterrent to any platforms, especially the surface and subsurface platforms of our adversary. So we are looking with great interest and with great pride when they embark our fleet units at sea.
Sir, during your speech, you said they were operational during Sindoor. About their performance in the operations?
You know that Operation Sindoor is still on. Therefore, any operational details about performance of platforms, etc., is not in order. Suffice it to say that they were embarked on our units and they did what they are supposed to do.
Sir, this is first batch for MH-60 helicopters. Now, the requirement of the Navy is huge. Can you tell us how much is the requirement, and whether we plan to induct any indigenous helicopters also in this size and role in future, sir?
As you are aware that we have already decided for ourselves that we want to be a fully Atmanirbhar force by 2047. That means all platforms, all weapons, sensors, equipment, everything should be made in India by 2047, and we are actively pursuing that vision of Atmanirbharta in the Navy by 2047. The helicopters are no different. So to meet the immediate requirement, we have got these 24 helicopters. But there are parallel processes also on, especially the design and development case of multi-role helicopters. There is a case for utility helicopter maritime, and both these cases are being pursued with our industry, especially the HAL and other DPSUs. So those are the two cases which we are pursuing to meet the long-term goals. There are some timelines which have been indicated to us, which we are studying as to whether those timelines are okay, or we require additional helicopters off the shelf to meet the operational requirements of our Navy. So we are looking at all options which are open, but the desired end state is that everything has to be Atmanirbhar.
Sir, you talked about the MQ-9B Navy for surveillance roles. Any other surveillance aircraft the Navy is looking at from indigenous sources, sir?
Yes, so like I said, we have a case of 31 MQ9s, 15 for the Navy and 8 each for Army and Air Force. That contract was signed last year, and we are looking forward for their induction in say 3 or 4 years' time. In the parallelly, we are of course looking at another indigenous case wherein we have teamed up with the Coast Guard for the base aircraft will be C-295, and we want to induct 15 medium-range maritime reconnaissance aircraft, and the Coast Guard wants to induct 9 triple MA aircraft for their role worthiness, whatever they want. So that case is progressing. In addition, we have also are considering to induct 6 more P8Is because of total requirement is 27. We have gaps in that sense. So we are looking at inducting 6 more. That case is also progressing.
Sir, you were recently in Brazil. That during your visit there, we signed a very important tripartite agreement with the Brazilian Navy for the Scorpions. Can you tell us, is there a possibility? There are other operators of the Scorpion in the region. Is there a possibility that India becomes a hub for friendly foreign nations for submarine repair and other activities?
We have got tremendous experience in operating the Scorpions now. The first one was commissioned by Honorable Prime Minister in 2017, as you would know, and the last one was commissioned by him in January of this year. So we have got 6 operational submarines, and we have done a large number of indigenization of component level. So A, maintenance, but B, also repairs. Our shipyard is the base shipyard, that is the Majgaon Docks Limited, but also other shipyards are capable of carrying out maintenance and refits of submarines. So I see no reason as to why we cannot become the hub, the word which you use, for the Scorpions operating countries, and help them and work together with them to ensure that all of us gain from this initiative.
यह हेलीकॉप्टर पारंपरिक युद्ध खतरों के साथ साथ असिमेट्रिक थ्रेट्स जैसे समुद्री आतंकवाद और संदिग्ध गतिविधियों से निपटने में भी पूरी तरह सक्षम है। नौसेना के अनुसार यह विमान पहले ही फ्लीट ऑपरेशंस के साथ पूरी तरह इंटीग्रेट हो चुका है और कई मौकों पर अपनी उपयोगिता साबित कर चुका है। INAS 335 की कमीशनिंग से भारतीय नौसेना की इंटीग्रल एविएशन कैपेबिलिटी को एक बड़ा बूस्ट मिलेगा। यह कदम न सिर्फ हिंद महासागर क्षेत्र में भारत की समुद्री ताकत को और मजबूत करेगा, बल्कि आने वाले समय में नौसेना की रणनीतिक बढ़त को भी नई ऊंचाइयों तक ले जाएगा।